All right. Why did our, oh, there it goes. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Budget hearing, June 16th, 6:02 PM. Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we have approved the minutes because we weren't able to do those last time, and then the bills as well.
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes from previous meeting. What was that date?
May
This was May
12th.
May 12th.
May
Yeah.
12th, 2026.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Motion passes. Okay. Any questions on the bills?
I did want to point one thing out. So Cassell recently went from billing monthly to now they're only billing annually. So that's why Cassell is like almost 15 grand. But it's my understanding that you pay once for the year, and I think it's from June 30th to July of next year or something.
Because heaven forbid,
It
things
matches
schedules
with our
matches with
fiscal
anything else.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anything matches with our fiscal year.
Do we get a discount for them billing that way?
I don't think so. I wonder if I check with them if they would, because I know when we added on cash receipting, they gave us a discount for a small town. So I'll reach out to them tomorrow and see if they have any type of like promos going on. It's a great idea.
Move to accept the May 2026 payables.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Move to second, all in favor? Motion passes. Even know where we left off.
I got the water fund.
Yep, I just have no notes on the water fund yet. Okay, we'll go into the budget workshop part. So if you're in the original one, it's page 6 under water fund. Okay. So water sales is obviously set by what we sell for water. So that is revenue. Do we not have any operations? There we are at the bottom. So we haven't figured out salaries yet. Medical insurance, I think, is kind of what it is. So we're down to legal fees and accounting fees. It looks like 7,500. We only have budgeted 5.
Wait, what's the,
We on,
I think you're on,
Am I on the wrong thing?
we're on the water fund, right?
Yeah, we're on water, should be under operations. Oh, legal fees, sorry, I was on the wrong one. Legal fees, 2085-200.
yeah,
I was on the wrong one.
budgeted 7,000, we're at 1,700.
Okay,
Looks fine to me.
okay. Then accounting fees,
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to fix that, yeah.
yeah, that looks backwards.
Well,
Or somehow, was that,
because Bailey, right?
So Hayden Ross's bill today that we paid was just over 9,000. But she's done with all of her field work, so that should be the last of the big expense due to the audit.
Well, I think because we still have 2025, right? Because they're just done with 2024. Or are they, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
finishing 2024, but 2025 won't get started until at least after October, because she's entering her busy season.
Right, but we're still gonna have to make sure we have enough for 2025. And then I think, what did she tell me? They were hoping to have be caught back up by June 27, I think she said.
I think so.
So maybe not this year, but next year we'll have to keep an eye on accounting fees because we'll probably have a double year in there.
And it's at 7,600, maybe bump it up to 8,500.
Well,
Yeah, because if they get ahead, then we'll have it in there, and if we don't, it just goes back in the general fund and we can, yeah. Thoughts?
well, I'm just wondering because we're left with what, 3 months of 4 different hands in the system?
Well, she won't get started on, the next bill, I'm assuming won't come out till after October for the next audit part, because they're doing school audits right now.
Right, but
But we'll
she
probably,
just paid 9,000 or billed
Mhm.
9,000 plus this
right, so that's not gonna be reflected
until July.
until until I cut checks tomorrow, then it'll update those numbers with anything.
So do we think we need to go higher?
Well, the previous treasurers have all been divvying out to the different accounting funds, so it's not all just going under one.
Right, so I'm wondering if we need to
It wouldn't hurt.
increase all of them a little bit, like if we increase this one to, what'd you say, Eric, 85?
8,500.
And then we'll double check the other ones so that we make sure that we have enough.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
sounds good.
I would agree with that.
Okay. I think the other professional fees has been covering some of Stillman's stuff.
Yeah, so the
Corrosion
corrosion control, yeah, so there was a couple $1,000 check that is on the payables tonight that'll also be tacked onto that. So
And
we're
so-
way over in this category.
Yeah, our tech memo is now for a year. We got an extension of a year with DEQ, but we'll be working on it for the next year with Keller.
So he'll still be.
He'll still be accruing some fees.
Fees.
It won't be, they've already got it, the memo done, but,
Mhm.
which was the big cost, but we'll be monitoring with lab testing all through the next year. So there'll be some more fees, but I don't,
So how much should we increase it?
Right.
Well,
Because then Stillman's also doing the creek, the bank
Potlatch
erosion.
stabilization.
yeah, that comes out
That's
of
gonna be out of
different.
that comes out of a different one.
Park
Yeah,
money? Does it
park
come
money.
from- Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess we've already gone through the park, but we gotta remember.
Yeah, well, so my thought is that we'll go through this tonight, and we haven't, when do we have to have this in the paper by? Nope, it has to be before, 2 weeks before our public hearing, which is the 11th, so we have to have it done probably by mid-July. So we'll have one more, at least one more, depending on how things go tonight, probably at least one more to get this. So we'll start back over, because we still have to go through employee raises and just double check things, so we have enough time, so we don't have to be doing it at the last minute, or because then we have to change our public hearing last year. Yeah,
So just to make sure I'm understanding, we're essentially doing like our first draft and then
Mhm.
we'll have another meeting to do like the final draft before the public hearing.
Mhm.
Okay,
before it
Yes.
gets submitted to the paper for the public hearing. Yep.
okay. I just
Yes.
want to make sure I understood it.
So professional fees were way over. Do we put a 0 on the end of this, or what any ideas about,
I would say maybe put a 0 on the end of it.
so 6,000?
I
Yeah,
would agree.
yep. Legal publication, I think it's fine.
Mhm.
Printing, binding, so some of, which doesn't look like we've done anything. And then phone. There's a phone at the water plant?
I think that, our phones get divided out
Oh,
between all the
gotcha.
funds, our cell phones.
Mhm.
Those
Okay.
kind of get divided out.
And then meeting and travel.
I think we're dead on track. I think it's perfect. We're under now, but we still have the September conference, so that's motel and meals, and so I think your 2000's fine. I think we're like exactly. Okay.
When was mine? Was that after the new fiscal?
You've already traveled enough.
I can't remember when the first conference is.
When did I go to Boise last year?
I thought it was September.
I think it was September.
It was September.
Yeah.
But yours comes out of, administrative.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
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 So we'll maybe I don't know, we circle back to that. Okay. We're on to the next page. Okay, and what did we figure the dues were?
Idaho Rural Water,
Up,
we have to pay them dues to be a member.
and I'm assuming they're not going up, hopefully.
Not that I know of.
Okay,
Nick, are you using the old sheet?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Things aren't like
Because the new
lining
sheet's
up.
still on this side.
Oh,
I know,
That's
the
the only
new one
reason.
printed different.
oh, so
Yeah.
I was, sorry, I guess I was just
Yeah, the
going by
ones with the
the,
lines, for some reason, is formatted different than that very first.
so
one.
where are we at?
No,
Guess I
you're
better-
right, so
Page
the,
8.
it's just the old one,
Yeah, you're still in the right
yeah,
thing.
you're
Oh,
right, it
okay.
just
You're
confused
fine,
them.
yeah, I was just-
I'm doing the same thing, like.
Okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
Uh,
These are good.
oh yes, dues are good. Insurance Vista miscellaneous.
The locks from George's came out of here.
And where we need to,
This is the water fund, right? Cause we have them down at the water
Yeah, we
plant.
got
So we
it.
coded it
Yeah.
that way. And
Okay.
then a small North 40 charge.
so I think we're fine to leave it at 1,500.
So,
Okay.
Are there gonna be needed any more locks, pinch point locks?
I gotta turn my phone off. I know it's that you guys, or Joe had bought a lock for City Hall already for back here. So we still, I'm not exactly sure the status of it, but
It is in the back of the Tacoma or the Tundra.
okay, so if you guys think you want locks somewhere else, then maybe, but
Asking
I,
you.
I mean, everything's,
I asked for the new wastewater plant to be keyed. And so they took my key and they're gonna key all the keys to our key. So,
Then we know that there's not any extra keys floating around for that. Cause I wonder if the, codes were, cause I don't know if everybody turned their keys in over the last,
well, not very many people have the wastewater plant key. It's the actual keys to the structure of the wastewater plant.
I would suggest for like, I don't know, if it's like a well house of any type and there's a lock to it, I would put a key on it, a keypad on it. It could be a cheap one, but I think a keypad would be better because they're cheaper to. You can rekey it. You can just change the code instead of having to go get it rekeyed, which is more expensive.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, Cox Spring has a padlock. Because the actual handle, there's a problem with that, so it doesn't, to put a key on there, to put a keypad up there, we have to get a new door, I think, up there to do that.
well, let's look at some options for ones with doors that are easy to keypad or, maybe possibly look at the sewer plant for some of that stuff, like, cause I know that down in Lewiston, the SCADA system is very, it's high tech, it's
Oh,
protected, but I
expensive.
wanna make sure that nothing happens, like somebody doesn't just decide to
Yeah.
break in and
Right.
start playing with the sewer
There's
system.
just a lot of doors down there, so at $800 a pop for each door at the wastewater plant would be really,
So let's look at like maybe the most important door, maybe we'll look at a keypad,
okay.
and then we can kind of budget a year.
Cameras down there?
Eventually, we will have cameras down there.
Say we probably-
Because I can get everything on the front side.
Yeah, eventually, as soon as we.
In the plan itself.
As soon as we get it done, then we've already been working with TDS and Spectrum to see who can get us the internet over there. And then we can do the cameras like we have at the water plant and here at City Hall so that they can monitor them from here.
Can we use any of that extra money to buy like a keypad for the door?
Probably, we can suggest it.
Well, let's look and see what's like, I imagine wherever the main control panel or I don't know how it's gonna work, but the main area I think should have a keypad on it,
The
the lab.
control hub.
Yes, where the
Yeah.
control panel is.
I think that's a good idea. I don't know what the gate's gonna look like when they're all done. I don't know if we're gonna have a padlock gate, if we're gonna have an automatic gate, if we're gonna have our fence ripped out and have a new one put in because they've hit it so many times. I'm not sure what that looks like yet,
Yeah,
but I mean, we could maybe have a key code on that gate too at some point if it.
Because it'd be the more key codes, pads of whatever type, the better, because if we ever have changes in personnel, it's way cheaper to change a code than to get everything rekeyed.
yeah,
It is cheaper to change a code,
yeah.
but
So you're saving money in the long run.
And depending on the system or the keypad, it will track, well, some of them track.
You can,
they do,
Ours
ours
does.
track
Yeah.
now, yeah.
you can, yeah.
I was only thinking just at like I'm totally blanking on what you just said about the water plant,
Well, like
over
the
for the board.
Oh, the SCADA system? The
Yeah, maybe
lab?
there definitely have the better system that tracks who's getting in and out.
Yeah, okay.
Just something we can look at, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think there's enough budget for supplies and miscellaneous things at 800 or even 1,600 down there wouldn't affect anything we have going on now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Equipment repairs, we're still in water, so I know that there's some valves and stuff that I think we wanted to look at. Just make sure that we are kind of, because we haven't replaced a lot at the water plant and it went in 92,
93,
90
yeah, I think 93.
93. So you think, three's good, maybe as we get closer, check and see which valves are the most important and get those, and then we'll just
Yeah.
kind of build up some.
We have a decision to make down the road if we want to stay pneumatic with the air compressor or if we want to do all electric valves. It's a lot of money to change over. So that's kind of why we've hesitated on buying
Oh,
anything new
okay.
because if we change over, it's gonna be a lot of money, like probably $20,000 or $30,000 to go all electric.
Mhm.
And get rid of the air compressor, but right now the air compressor is doing okay, and I mean, it's pretty.
So what's the other benefit of electric?
The SCADA. I can control an electric one from my phone. Or a computer or whatever, cause
So
it's,
what happens when the power goes out?
well, either way at the moment, if the compressor doesn't make air, then
Right,
we're
but
done.
once it's full, it's
Yeah,
full for
it's
quite some
for,
time.
full for a while, yeah. But then if the power's out, the filter won't even turn on, so, I mean.
Because of Vista, we might have, especially this summer, might have the roving blackout.
Mhm.
And
And the water plant has no generator.
Yeah,
Are we going to have a generator? Oh, wait, no, we're talking about the water plant.
yeah,
Never mind.
yes, I'm across that bridge.
Just
It's-
a thought.
We're supposed to have enough storage for 6 days, but the way people are using water now, it would last us maybe 2 days if the power was out for 2 days.
So I know we talked about putting that old generator in a trailer, but I'm wondering if we just move that old generator to the water plant instead of putting it
It's
in.
not
Well,
big
yeah,
enough.
Joe
Yeah.
Dodge talked
We
to
looked at that and
electricians,
it's
and it's not big enough to
big
run
enough.
the water plant.
So what is what side can we look at maybe I want, like, I don't know that we need the one like at the sewer plant, but maybe something smaller, a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Find out what size we would need maybe.
Yeah, okay, well, I will put that on a long-term plan then, as far as,
I can get you a name of somebody who can give a good quote on that.
okay. That would be great.
Yeah, then we would at least have an idea, because if we're gonna have rolling blackouts,
Yeah.
possibly.
Well, yeah, the power companies are getting really nervous. They keep bringing it up at every meeting I go to.
I will say that when we have a fire, and we put on Facebook, please conserve water. People conserved water. Thank you. I mean, people listened, they actually did. So I think if we have a blackout, then we say put on Facebook, hey, the water
But
plant isn't
we
running right
have the
now.
capabilities of pumping out of the creek.
Yeah, you guys could get it out with the gas powered motor, right? Yeah.
Diesel, but yeah.
So, I mean, long term, we want a generator, but if there is a crisis this year, then we can ask people to just go slow with the water and, save it for fire.
Well, what we can do is we can look at what a generator is gonna cost and start kind of figuring out how we can, put it in the budget, maybe look at some other options for grants or funding or
Yeah,
something.
so I've gotten 2 quotes for the community center. One was obscene, it was for 48 kilowatt, they wanted 50 grand to do it. That was obscene. I
Yeah,
don't know why 48 kilowatts. And then I got another one for 20 kilowatts and it was $19,000.
And
So,
that's really doable.
yeah, even the $50,000, that'd be like the ceiling and that's probably over much for
right.
water plant.
Well, the water plant will be more than that.
48 kilowatt one, that's
It'll
like,
be more than 48 kilowatts. What does it take to run them 3 big motors?
I don't know, they're 3-phase power, so I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
3-phase.
Oh,
Which 3-phase is they're cheaper to run, but it's more to buy.
Yeah,
But most of your big ones are all 3-phase anyway. But yeah, it'd take all of that.
So let's just start thinking about that and
we
start
can
figuring
start
out what
thinking
we're
about-
gonna need and then we can also think about if we wanna rip the Band-Aid off and go electric
I
or
mean, I don't
not.
know, I thought I turned that off. I don't know what the power company would say, like, if they're in charge of turning on the power and turning off the power, maybe they would leave the water plant, like if there was a way to isolate the water plant and just leave the power on at the water plant, I don't know. Can't do that.
no, it
They'll
can't.
shut the substation off down here, which will kill everybody. But for how long? Usually it shouldn't be more than 4, 5, 6 hours.
Vista does do grants for that kind of stuff though. So,
For generators and stuff. Okay,
Yeah, you should definitely look into that.
yeah, for
'Cause they're
sure.
really pushing
Who is?
Vista.
Oh,
And yeah,
So Joe, is that the Matt you're meeting with at 7 in the morning?
Yeah,
You wanna, you or Justin bump him about that? See if he knows anything about it, and then we'll reach out to, what was that guy's name that was here?
Paul.
Paul.
Mhm.
Paul
I
Kimmel.
can ask Matt in the morning. I'm sure he'll know, or he'll know who to get a hold of for that.
Yep. Okay. Okay, auto fuel. Went up a little bit. And this is another one that we kind of split up between the two or the multiple areas.
Yeah, auto fuel gets split, I think, between 3 categories and equipment fuel between 4. And then the fire department's its own category and comes out of just their fund.
Okay. Thoughts? We have it at 25.
Maybe go up to 3 or 3,200.
yeah,
32.
32. That's good.
And I know that we put a little extra in system repairs because we're also, and water line repairs to do the meters.
Right.
Ooh, so
10,000 enough for that? What did he give us a quote on that?
the guy that was here last time gave us a quote, and then Justin or the guy that was the one that got kicked in the head by the bull gave us a quote.
Yeah.
And then the guy last time was gonna be working with you on a quote with those other meters. Did he get that to you yet?
he hasn't yet, but he's very anxious to get it to us, so.
Are
Okay,
those 3 different companies or one company?
There's 2. Well, yeah, there's 2 right now. Well, see, the Badger guy ended up not recommending Badger meters.
Oh, geez.
because they were $900 each. So then he recommended that other brand that starts with an H, Heisey meter. The bull guy, and so, but that is the drive-by meter. So you still have to have a piece of equipment in your car, you have to drive the route and read it that way. So I kind of advised Nick, I think it would be better just go back to the first guy that does the radio read meters where,
And he was the one that did the public
yeah, and
comment.
he came and did the public comment last time, where literally Cheyenne just presses a button and it reads all the meters. It's the same price. The meters are the same price, the drive-by ones or the radio ones. So I can't imagine why we would want to do drive-by.
How much was that quote?
Well, they're about $185 to $200 a meter for both, the drive-by
yeah.
ones or the radio ones.
200,
But the drive-by
285?
ones, you have to have a special computer, a piece of equipment in your truck, and then you have to take the time to drive around.
So that quote that I feel bad referring to him as the guy that got kicked by the bull, Andy. I think he gave it was 85,000. So I think with water, with the 10 and the 75, that gets us right there close.
Okay,
Hey, Justin,
And then next year
on
we
the
will
drive-by
drop it
meter,
down?
do you
Yes.
know what kind of range, like how close we have to be to the meter when we're driving?
It depends on the lid, and it depends on if it's how deep the meter is. So some
The
of
only
these
reason why I
are,
ask is because like when we go up where the booster pumps are, and we have to hike that whole section all the way over to the next block to check the meters on that.
Mhm.
Would a drive-by even work in a
we'd have to
spot
get
like that?
out and carry the computer
Yeah.
or the reader down the easement.
So the goal is to get these done this year, and then we can drop the water system line repairs down because we only increased it to pay for those meters, and then we could drop that down and maybe increase the meters to like 2,000 once we get down there, just so we have a little in case we have to buy one or two.
So,
So for right now, I think for 27, right? Then we could probably drop the 75,000 back
back to the 50.
yeah. I would still probably leave system repairs at 10, just in case we decide to start upgrading some other valves. We can use some of that to upgrade some of that. But if we can get the meters done this year, then we should be able to drop that to at least 50, I would think. Maybe even less.
I would say that's feasible to drop it back to 50. It doesn't, if we don't spend it, it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
But if I end up having to use a contractor, then all of a sudden that's big money.
Yeah.
If there's some kind of an emergency.
And we know how much fun it is to open the budget.
Right.
yeah, well, I was kind of wondering about just actually bumping 75 up to 85. And then that way we can get it done
For sure.
for sure.
Right, and I'm wondering, since we're having difficulty always getting the estimates, are we gonna be able to buy them in time in this
Well, like
budget?
he said, he was worried about us if making the decision, because if we don't get them ordered soon.
Right,
then-
so maybe we
So-
should leave it high in
And some-
case it doesn't get spent this.
And that's a good point, because something we can do is if worst case, if we can't get it like before, we can spend the 2 years at once like we do with streets. So if we put that at 85 and we use the 75 in the end of September and the 85 in the beginning of October, we're spending both years at one time
Yeah,
and getting it all done.
getting it all done. And I
And
really think
We're still
that,
covered. for both of
the
those, right?
the radio ones, if we're gonna go automated, then let's just go automated, like the real automated.
Mhm.
And it'll read every hour, every meter, every hour if we want it to.
That
Because-
way we could see it. If there's a leak,
Mhm.
especially in the days of fire,
Yeah.
we could find out where the leak was.
And I think his customer service team and the meter company is better. Andy, Camei uses them, and then I got that message from their operator saying they had tried to do some upgrades and that company wouldn't honor the warranty. Like there was some issues with the drive-by ones that they brought up, so.
So let's have him back in July and have
Okay,
a full on full
So-
Monty.
Let's do that. I agree. And my only other question is, do you guys want to do the 5-meter trial that's free? He'll install 5 of them in town for free, and we can check it with our billing. Make sure that the Cassell's working, and then we can, if they don't work, then he'll take them out, no charge.
That's something we'll have to decide at the July meeting.
That's fine. I'm just
Yep.
bringing it up.
Yep,
and
no, good
he
thing to
said
think
he
about
would do
before
that,
July.
And.
So do you guys want to bump 75 up to 85 and then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cause like you said, if we don't spend it, we'll still have it.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I could see not doing the trial would be if it somehow is
Time.
gonna delay us
Mhm.
time-wise, but if we could do the trial, that would be great. It's not gonna hurt to know for sure that it's gonna run.
You might
Yeah.
think if it's a trial, if we do the trial, you might put some thought into where to put them.
Well, he suggested on the city council people's homes.
Well, I was. Oh,
Or
well, you could. But I was like thinking, is there like kind of,
Outreach, yeah.
well,
I
I
was
was
thinking
thinking,
the word more difficult spots.
yeah, the more
Yeah,
difficult
Joe's-
spots or like problematic
Yeah,
places.
well, we gave them our list of meter locations, and they did a study, and like 96% of them are fine. And like the other ones that weren't fine weren't bad, they just weren't excellent.
Yeah,
So,
Like, I think that at least one of those should be in the not excellent
Yeah.
Yeah.
spot.
yeah.
okay, that's a good
For
idea.
sure, yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
idea.
Where we would anticipate the most likelihood of a problem,
Yeah,
so we can know ahead of time.
Vehicle
Okay.
repairs. I think especially if we're gonna be getting, a new one, that's probably fine.
yeah.
Equipment rental. Have we had to rent much for the,
Last year, Joe and I rented a Mini X once. I'm hoping I don't have to rent anything this year, but
No, doesn't Kendrick got one?
yeah,
Justin.
but there was stipulations put on how it was to be
Mm.
used.
Oh,
That it had to have the operator come with it and use it.
Of
but-
course.
so like a bolt cutter to the lock. Fix it.
I think, and there's a John Deere. But I don't know if you want to talk about it now, but Nick did ask me to get quotes on Mini X's. I'll just want to talk about it. I was super surprised. The Western States dealer said we could get a new 303.5, which it's not, it's the model right below the heavy duty model. So if I picked the heavy duty model, the problem is it's over 17,000 pounds. And then it has to have a heavy duty trailer, and then you have to have a CDL to pull it. So this model is right below that. You can buy any box trailer and it will pull it. We can pull it with our dump truck. It's 55,000, brand new out the door. We don't have to go to bid because it's already the state's lowest price.
no?
And we could definitely use one,
And-
right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, we could definitely use one.
Well, we could look at dropping the equipment rental down if that's usually what we rent. And then shift that money towards potentially purchasing one of those.
It has a 7-year warranty. I was just so surprised. I thought they were gonna be really, really, really outrageously expensive, but. And the city of Peck just bought this one, and she's like, this will do everything you want it to do. And it's an enclosed cab, and I mean, yeah.
Well, and I think actually with, if we absolutely had to, we could use the dump trailer, cause I've seen them hauled in dump trailers that we're getting for the sewer plant. If we,
Oh, yeah, dump trailer, you can haul it in a box dump trailer is what
Yeah.
it's saying,
Yeah.
yeah. But if we get the bigger one, then no.
right,
I think that one, the way you describe it, would be a good one because you don't have to get a CDL, we don't have to get a bigger dump truck.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I was just blown away. So
mhm,
they were super helpful. And we can still look at John Deere like Kendrick has and look around, but it sounded like these guys are already connected with the state. They already have a contract with the state, so they automatically have to give us state pricing.
well, and the backhoe is Caterpillar and it was bought in 97, so I mean, Cat has been around and has very high reputation.
And our new generator is a cat generator too, so.
Well, yeah, I don't think you have like you can't work on it yourself issue that John Deere has. They're really bad sticklers about that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just more information, but it was very, very good.
Yeah, I was expecting closer to 100.
The used ones I was looking at were 90. Yeah, online. And then so I called this guy. I was like, I don't know if we should, I was thinking to Joe, like, I don't know if I should call and ask him about a new one, how much they are, because I was knew it was gonna be. He said, nope, the one you guys need is 55,000.
Well, getting on to all that state
State,
stuff is, yeah, really good. Okay, so equipment rental.
Listen,
We do have an equipment rental coming up though.
Is it for the water plant?
No.
Is that the brush, the stump grinder?
The stump grinder.
Okay, that'll be under parks.
Okay.
So we could,
To put in the meters and new meter boxes, would you need to rent anything?
Well, we went in half with Kendrick on a jack, one of those jumping jacks, a compactor. That's
Mhm.
usually what we rented before. Whenever we did a repair, we had to go rent a jumping jack. But now we share one with Kendrick, so
Oh, okay. So no.
I don't
probably
think-
so.
we have to rent anything.
Okay.
Drop equipment
Down
rental
to
to like
500,
1,000.
1,000?
yeah,
1,000?
office expenses, I think is probably fine, or because we don't usually use a lot of office expenses down there, right, Cheyenne?
No, the only thing I have on there is diamond maps.
Nope.
Mm.
So we maybe, that must be the 120.
I mean, we have a laptop down there, but it's new. So I don't know.
Well, and we
Don't
don't
know
quite
what
know
we
yet
need.
what we might need for the new lab and.
This is water.
office.
This is
Oh,
water.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah,
treatment
looks-
supplies are over budget.
And it will be more over budget when the numbers update.
Like how much more?
What was,
Well, probably just our regular supplies, the bottles of chlorine,
yeah, that was Fendi.
the alum barrels and the polymer barrels. Those are our treatment supplies.
Who was that through?
Oxark does all of those. And Josh and I sourced Oxark to be the cheapest. That was a few years ago. There is a company out of Spokane we were using before, but they were more. But I mean, we could revisit that, but I think that chemicals have just gone up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
1,700 is what Oxark's bill
For a new
was.
bill.
And then are we going to have more
testing.
before October or treatment supplies?
Oh, yeah, we'll have to, this summer, we haven't even, I mean, we're just getting into peak water usage. We just ordered 2 55-gallon barrels of alum. We'll probably have to do 2 more orders before summer is completely over, like by September. So that's 4 more barrels of that.
Probably another 10 grand on the safer side.
Yeah.
So 20? How much do you think for a whole year?
What's that?
How much do you think for the whole year then? 15, 20?
So we were at 6,500. I mean, I just think maybe 10 grand total. I don't think we go over that.
Like 10 or 11.
Even with all the additional testing and stuff that we're gonna have to do with DEQ.
Yeah,
On the water?
I think this is just treatment supplies.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're still on the water.
But the testing, you're right, the
That's-
testing
Oh,
we're
so
over
that's
too
different.
on our
Okay.
testing.
Yeah.
Down below.
testing.
Testing, treatment,
Booties.
we'll
So-
get it there.
Up it to 10 on the treatment supplies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then computer.
No bank charges.
Well, we have
With the
bank
bank
charges.
charges.
Let me look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So what would bank
Over
charges
budget on
be?
that.
So it says Zift fees, which this looks like something maybe the Cassell gal moved over here.
Hmm.
So let's find out for sure what that is. Huh?
What's Zift? You know
Anybody?
what that is?
How do you spell it?
ZIFT.
No.
Zift fees.
Specifically for the water.
I got Google.
I got it.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything.
Was it FT, right?
ZIFD. Journal entry. It's a different type of journal entry too. I might have to just look into it.
It seems like maybe a water pump.
Oh,
But why a bank charge?
Or would it be a bank fee?
I wonder if I just
Missed-
miscoded it
miscoded
maybe.
it.
So it says if you instead are asking about a utility bill, several municipalities process credit card payments through a portal. So
That could be it.
could have
From
been
our
something
water
from when
bill?
we had the old portal. That would be my guess.
Or is it Newport?
Or when we're
Well,
covering the bank fees.
So this, if Cassell moved it in 24, then that would have been the old portal. Or is it the new,
No,
maybe it
it's
is
the
new
new-
portal.
And that would actually make sense if it's the new portal to me.
Well, did she move it from the for 24? Cause she was reconciling books from our previous years before we got the Cassell portal.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Okay,
It doesn't give me enough information on this page.
yeah, let's look into that.
Okay, so computer.
But, but he's got a brand new laptop, right? Is there any other computer systems down there?
Just the camera system.
And is that where that, 6,000?
I mean, we're still under at 6,000, so I think you could probably just leave it at 6. The computer, I have a new there's a new laptop down there, there's an iPad down there. And there is a computer hardware thing for all the cameras that it has a wireless thing on it, and it's like a recorder kind of thing that's set up, but it's all paid for now, I would assume, so I don't think we'd have to.
So, computer doctor's monthly bill and Cassell also.
Oh, you split.
Oh, right.
is split.
Okay. So we should probably leave it at 6, cause we still have a few months left.
Mhm.
Okay. And I know we went through these ones here are just stuff that depreciates. There's nothing we can do about those. The depreciation expense and the next one. So then we're down to testing.
One.
So we're way over. We wanna,
And how,
It's the corrosion control that they're working
Right.
on,
Do we anticipate that carrying on into next year's budget or?
only through half the year. Because we're doing it now for a year from last month, so it would only be.
so, but we haven't, if you're just starting it, that's not in the
Well,
budget
No,
then.
I've been doing it before that. Before they did their tech memo, I was doing all the testing.
So you've been.
So I've been doing
and
it,
the
so,
cost has been.
yeah, so,
15, do you think that would be enough?
I was thinking like maybe 12,
well,
or I don't know,
yeah, that sounds pretty.
cause you're at
Because we
10 and
have
you still have
May, June,
4 months,
No.
3 months.
Yeah.
June, July, August.
So
12 or 13.
I wish we just don't have any options on that cost.
mhm.
I can only take them to Moscow. There aren't really any other labs that compete, so.
So do you think 13, 15?
I mean, maybe 13.5 to be really, really safe, but like I say, if you don't end up using it, that's okay, but you know what I mean, like if we don't do that many labs, then that's okay, but if you want us 100% stay in budget, I would say 13.5 would be
Okay.
safe.
Wow, new hookup expenses is really jumped up.
Houses?
We had new hookups?
I have something from Curry back in November of 25.
So
Oh.
we had Curry bore under the road
Right,
Mhm.
for,
for
yeah,
Ron.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, they did pay a hookup fee, so that's not reflected here. It's in revenue somewhere. But
Right.
They had to pay 1,500 plus 500 for a meter,
Mhm.
so it kind of washed out, but we didn't want to destroy that road.
yeah,
Ward Street is nice and smooth, so we didn't want to cut a hole up. I mean, we would have had to buy patch anyway, and I mean, it's kind of a 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder with,
So, but we charge them 1,500?
Well, there's a $1,500
Right.
hookup charge plus a $500 meter fee. And
So should we have this at least 2,000, so then it kind of, it matches what we're bringing in?
but if we're having to pay like somebody to bore under the road, that's
yeah,
where the expense is.
was the
Right, but we can't
expense.
predict.
Well, normally we don't do that,
Right.
but in this situation,
So wouldn't the person needing the hookup, wouldn't they be going to pay the?
well, the problem is we're responsible to the meter. So the decision lies with us where we put the meter. And there was 2 options. One was to go down an alley that doesn't exist yet, it's just property, and bore under a road and go to the back of their property. Or Joe thought just going from the other side to the other side of the street would be the best. And so then we didn't want to cut all that pavement. So we kind of did eat some expense on it, I admit that.
Mhm.
But most new hookups, we don't have to do that. We can just dig in the right of way and put the meter in, we're done.
Yeah.
It's just, we just wanted to save the road.
So is there any reason this changed budget then for next year?
No, I don't think so.
I'd say you leave.
I don't think,
Yeah. And restock, what is restock? Is that restocking meters or it's a bunch of parts?
Supplies, I think.
yeah, it might be meter box, partly meter boxes, because we have, some of them break.
Hmm.
Some of them, we do change out.
So with these new meters, are we gonna have different boxes or different lids?
I think just different lids, that I
Okay.
understand.
So I wonder if we should just leave that until we know what these new boxes and meters are gonna.
Yeah, I mean, 2,000 isn't that much, I mean.
Yeah,
so
I think
I'll
I'll
just
just leave it.
Yeah.
Okay. DEQ, I think is something we just,
We pay them to be monitored by them.
Oh,
yeah, it
nice.
seems about right.
Yeah.
Well, if we stop paying them, will they stop
Well,
monitoring?
then they'll
us?
start finding us, I don't know. But I don't know if we've only paid half of it. I mean, I don't know if it's a yearly fee, biannual fee. But I mean, 2,500 is probably okay to just leave it, just,
With the additional monitoring, do they charge us additional?
no, they don't
Okay.
charge us.
Equipment, fuel, especially if we're gonna be buying a Mini X. Might probably just leave that. And then meters. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine we're hopefully not gonna need a lot of new meters after we replace all of them.
I would hope not.
So I think maybe
It's not next year's budget.
1,000. I would think maybe 1,000 should be good.
Yeah,
I
just
agree.
some off, we need some off meter,
Okay, well repair.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to get well number 9 repaired, and so we upped the budget. But we opted to get well number 5 repaired instead, and it's working. And well number 9 barely puts out any water. I mean, it is some, but it's up to you guys if you want to.
And the well 9 was 60-some thousand to
Yeah,
repair.
the quote was 65 to have it repaired.
And what needs to be repaired on it?
So it needs a new lining, a new casing, and a new pump in the bottom. So they have to take the well house off to do all that. It's 270 something feet just to the pump. To take all that out, then put the new pump in, put the new casing in.
And are we gonna get more water with all of this, or is it
I
still
mean,
gonna
it
be?
really only did, maybe 3, 4, 5 gallons a minute, that's it.
Mhm.
Mm.
So that's why I haven't made it a priority.
Yeah,
It's still connected. But DEQ is not making us monitor it at the moment because it's not running. We have it off. So
Mm,
Phil advised that it's a lot cheaper to keep a well that's existing than it is to drill a new one. So if for some reason we want to fix it,
So
it's
does-
just, I mean, as far as budgeting goes, you can probably
Can go deeper.
drop the budget back down and not worry about fixing it right now, but
So what did Does Frank have any idea how much it produced way back when?
It started out really good. But well number 9, then that's 9 wells in Julietta, and they all sort of eventually peter out, or there was an earthquake that cracked the basalt underneath, and then it just stopped producing. It was doing, I think he said like 20 to 25 gallons a minute when they drilled it. And then over time, it just kind of gave up the ghost.
So would it make more sense to not budget for exactly for a new well, but to budget so eventually we might have to go into a new well?
I
mean, it might take like 4 years to build up that money and maybe there's grants or something,
mean,
but
I'm glad you said that. I didn't want to say it, but I think that is a very smart idea that we should plan for a new well at some point, somewhere.
because I'd hate to put the money into a well if we've already know that part of the problem is a crack and that groundwater leaked away.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna produce,
Yeah, I mean, it
What's the
seems like a
point?
lot of money for a little amount of water in
Yeah,
the end. And that's why I haven't pushed the issue, because
So where is it, by the way?
it's right up on by Roger Kector in that little parking area. There's a little tan building right there.
Oh,
That's where it is.
do you know how long we would, until we're gonna need another well, and what the cost of drilling another well is?
So Josh and I had well number 9 rehabbed once, and it was 40,000 to have a new pump put in, and then it lasted what, 6-7 years, that's it.
Ooh, that's
And then it went
rough.
out again. Phil said it's over $1 million to get a new well drilled, municipal well.
Oh, my God.
Goodness.
that's gonna take a while to save for that.
Yeah.
So
but
that's,
is there grants possibly for that, like we've done? with
there is
the-
possible, but the problem is, like, we need to think about it now and then plan and then do that. Because if it becomes an emergency, then trying to get money in an emergency is
Mm-hmm.
hard, so.
I mean,
Um,
it stinks. It's a terrible position, but I think we need to be prepared for that.
Is there any way to maybe increase the budget for that and then just put the money in a different account or something like that? I don't know if that's legal or not. I don't know.
Like another budget line.
Or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
We-
put
But
some
every
away
year
every
it goes
year.
back in, so.
Well, what we'd have to do is probably create a different line item for new well, and we'd put that money in, and then we'd take it and put it into like an LGIP for water for that specific
yeah,
item.
exactly.
And then it would gain interest, and then the next year we would just put that money in that same LGIP on that same line item would be my guess.
Yeah.
That sounds like,
That sounds right.
My preference would be to do something like that.
Because then we're at least gaining interest on that money while it's in the LGIP too.
and that, like you said, the pump, 40,000 and it lasted 6 years. That's,
Yeah,
It's a
and
waste
just,
of money.
this is not putting out hardly any
Yeah.
water.
Yeah,
I think that is a very smart idea. If you guys create a line item for a new well down the road, if it has 50,000 in it and the well costs 60 at that time or 70 or whatever, I mean, however, or $1 million, I don't know, but it would be a good idea to start that now.
how much could we put away a year?
Because we want.
well,
I mean, that is in there.
well, and I mean, we do have audits, our audit will be able to tell us more where we're at, but I would say we should be able to at least put 35 or 40 in, at least this first year.
I would probably suggest leave it the same and let's see what our audit looks like. Cause we may be able to use some
Up it a little
money
more next
and-
year, yeah.
And then probably we need to come up with like, how long are we gonna plan on? Cause I think we should, I would like to be the point where we're always planning ahead for the stuff that we're gonna have to replace, so that
Absolutely.
it's a yearly expense, not a holy crud, we gotta figure out how to pay for this thing, but we have to figure out how long is it from, now until we're gonna have to have the well.
Mhm. So what I would suggest doing is, Cheyenne will create a new line item. This is new well. And then maybe drop well repair down, and then we'll
Mhm.
put that on new well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great idea,
Yeah,
you
thank
guys.
you.
Good job. I think Stillman would also be able to enlighten us a little bit as far as time schedule and
That
how
would be good,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
If we ask him, just
So-
say, hey, can you just come up with a number and a time frame and
Yeah, if
maybe
you could
some
do that.
sites, like maybe we can start looking for sites to drill a well.
Yeah, the more information we have, definitely, the
Yeah.
better decision we can
And
make.
maybe he'll know if we can get a grant, have a line on a
Yeah.
grant
Oh,
or something
yeah,
we could
they're-
get.
So
Right.
your well repair, what do you wanna drop it to?
Well, I would say we probably should have a little in there, so maybe drop the well repair to 5 and then add the new line item for a new well at 35.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I would say.
Okay. Reservoir cleaning, I think we haven't had it cleaned yet this year.
They're coming.
Okay.
So that expense will get spent. They're predicting July, they'll be here.
And 5,000.
It's gonna be. The first one is like 3,500 for the upper reservoirs, and then because this spring, there was a report of a possible leak on the lower reservoir, they're gonna inspect that one as well. So it's gonna be close. It might be a little over, I don't know.
Maybe 6.
But then next year, that would be
What's that?
inspection, next year's budget, we wouldn't need the inspection, or,
The only one we would need is for the reservoir at the water plant. There's a reservoir underneath of there. And but it's like every 5 years we have to do it. So next year, we may not even have to, because we had that one done in 2021 or 2022 down at the water plant. So,
So leave
so
it at
next
5.
year would, the
yeah, I
five.
think so.
Okay. Reservoir repair. We know what happened in Lewiston, but they also had a lot more for reservoir repair. And I think we dropped this down because we figured if the reservoir breaks,
We're gonna have to open.
we're gonna have to
I'll
open
tell
the
you
budget
what,
anyway.
I'll put
Yeah.
I'll put the lower reservoir under the repair. Because that's basically what we're looking for. We're looking
Okay.
to see if it's cracked.
So I don't know what we feel about
So they
the,
can repair it. Anyway, it's a lot, they have to drain the water down and they have stuff they can put in there, but a resident, I think, who lives there below it, was very concerned, and so I didn't want to wait to find out if there's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
especially with Lewiston. So
yep,
so I guess I didn't realize we had 25,000 in there already.
Yeah.
So if something does need to be done to it, then we have money to
Mhm.
fix it, so.
So just curious, this is, the upper reservoirs, those 2 tanks. They look kind of moldy, whatever, not moldy, but
mossy.
mossy.
Yeah.
Would it do us any good to have those painted someday, or would that cause any?
That's a good question. I don't know. We're due for a sanitary survey of our water system again soon, and I'll ask DEQ what they recommend. I'm not, because the water comes through them and that's those white rings.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if the paint would come off.
that's what I
or-
don't know.
But I think maybe power washing the top and getting all the moss and stuff off the top would be a good idea.
Okay.
That's something we could definitely do.
And then ask them about possible
Yeah, ask them
painting or
about,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. So are we leaving reservoir repair there?
Mhm.
Okay. What come out of capital outlay
Computer doctors.
for, cameras? So we should be fine next year at 15. Cause that's something else with, when we get ready to do like the new well, we also have that capital outlay that we can pull out of that year. So that'll give us a little bump
One
there.
year I did new windows out of it.
Yeah.
We did all of our new windows down there, so,
So
So do
15,
you want it dropped to 15?
Yeah, well, yeah, cause we did the cameras, so I think 15 would be fine. Hey, sewer. Down to operations. Start with legal fees. And our legal fees are the same, they get pulled out of a bunch of different areas. So it looks like 35 is probably pretty good.
Counting fees are high.
Yeah, our county fees.
Maybe bump that to 85.
85 sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay. Other professional fees, I'd say we're probably fine.
Yeah.
Same with legal publication. Info. It looks like we're good on meeting and travel. I would think, because we have that one, you have one more trip coming up, right,
Yeah,
Justin?
we have one more conference coming up in September.
It
So.
looks like we have some money there. So,
What would the
Dues.
Dues, they weren't, doesn't look like we're using dues at all.
Yeah, I think Idaho Rural Water dues are for water and sewer both.
so we just haven't paid
I
that
just
yet.
don't think maybe.
They don't
or
get
maybe-
split.
We don't
maybe
break it
it's
up when we
split, I
pay
don't
it.
know. What's that?
We don't break it up when we pay it. Maybe it just comes out of the one.
It may be split, but it may have gotten paid and not recorded.
Yeah, it may have gotten
that
paid,
way.
not split. I don't know. I can't.
Because it's called
Um,
rural water, you put in the water.
Yeah.
I'm
So
drawing
we
a blank on
paid-
dues, but
Looks like back in March, we paid IRWA $371.
Out of the sewer fund.
was that for my class?
No, what fund was that
Or
from?
was that dues? It sounds about like how much my class cost,
Oh, I wonder if I coded it wrong.
but I don't know. You might have coded it right.
I'll have to pull that invoice.
It seems like my class was 350 and then,
Did you do that back in March?
yeah, it was right at the end of March, April 1st was my class.
Okay, I probably did put under dues. I can take a look at that tomorrow.
The ARPA funds, I thought we've already used those.
I have no idea what those are from.
So those are from COVID, because we had some that we did, but we moved some of them because we were gonna do the trailer and a bunch of gravel and stuff. So I wonder if that's why it's still coded under ARPA funds. Cause we had to move them to pay employees, take those wages to move out of that fund in order to do the trailer and the generator that we talked about,
Yeah.
but that never went through. So let's look into see what that is. If that's maybe not actually ARPA funds, it's just still line item that way.
Maybe we
Is there a way to find that out, you think? Cause I know that we moved that stuff around because we were gonna do that trailer and,
Generator.
the generator for when the power goes out and, rock in the alleys. Gonna do some, gravel in the alleys. I think that's what that is.
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm. So let's find out, and if that is the case, then I don't think it should be called ARPA fund. Cause that's confusing. We might look and see if we can use that money for something else, like, well,
A new well.
Our new well.
our new well or the, that's almost enough for the mini X. It's
Yeah, there you
almost
go.
enough for the mini X.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only 10 grand short there.
Yeah, that would be,
Alright, then
it
you
would be
wouldn't have
nice.
to budget.
That would help with all the increases we've already had to make on the budget.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's look into that and then we'll see if that's the case, then we could probably just change that to mini X. And then we only need 10 grand more.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then Justin gets a new toy. Okay. Miscellaneous, I think we're fine.
Agreed.
Pretty high though, I mean,
All right, we're using $10.
we haven't even touched it, can we at least cut it maybe in half?
What comes out of miscellaneous?
I mean, even last year we spent $5.
$5.49.
Yours 40.
Okay, yeah, that's just 500. And supplies. So I know that with the new system, we're getting a lot of upgrades, so I wonder what the supplies are gonna look like. Cause I don't think with the UV that we're getting, we have to buy as much, right? Or do we have to buy more, Justin?
Well, supplies are a little bit different than treatment supplies, but
Oh,
I will just tell you that I've not done a lot of maintenance on the new or the old sewer plant. So normally I would have to paint it by now, you know, cause the paint is
Mhm.
bad. I haven't bought any cleaning supplies, I haven't done any floors, I haven't done, so I've been holding off on doing any of that until we're done. So,
So it's
but
really
I
crappy,
mean,
it's in really crappy shape, is that what you're doing?
I'm gonna have to clean the shower down there now.
So do we
But-
want to,
But 5,500, it seems like a lot, so I don't know if you wanna cut it down 1,000 or something, that would be fine, but, I don't know how much, you know,
1,000 maybe.
we're gonna
Down
get
to
it.
four?
Four.
Is that gonna work for you?
I mean, it's gonna be new down there.
Yeah, I mean, it should,
Yeah.
there should be a reduction.
Yep. well, I would say the same with, hopefully that thing comes with at least a year warranty.
Right.
So equipment repairs, do we want to leave or do we want to drop?
Have it.
Yeah,
1,000?
Yep.
Okay. Auto fuel, looks like we're over, or not, no.
I mean,
Well, we're gonna,
we don't know what gas prices are gonna do. so-
yeah,
Maybe up it a little bit, maybe up it to the 1,000 that we just saved on equipment repairs,
3,500.
just in case. Cause I think the system repairs, we were at 100,000, then we dropped it to 50. I can't imagine that we should have a lot the first year, so we could probably drop that to maybe 15 or 20
I was thinking 20.
or 25 maybe. Thoughts, Justin?
I would leave it at 50, just because till the sewer plant is done. Just in case there's some expense that we have to end up paying for that isn't covered by,
Well, we do have, cause it's not supposed to be, was it December? So we're gonna have 2 months of still operating the old sewer plant.
yeah, I mean, I think the reason that that's high is because of contractor fees. If we have to hire a contractor to fix the lift station or hire a contractor to fix, you know, something that goes haywire. But I mean, tell me what you guys, I don't know, I can't. To me,
Yeah.
system repairs almost feels, well, more like distribution, like more like.
Oh, sewer lines.
Sewer lines and.
If
and
we leave it,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
that
makes
kind
more
of stuff.
sense then.
Yeah,
Because I think there's like actual like equipment would be like the sewer plant itself, that's like a piece of equipment.
gotcha. So the system repairs is for the entire sewer system,
Yeah,
pipes, all that.
Everything in town,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff. And that one time we did have it plugged over here and we had to call Roach and they had to bring a back truck in and. I mean, it was thousands of dollars to get it jetted and backed and all that and. You know,
So it won't hurt
I
us
don't
to
know.
leave it.
Right.
Okay,
And
Just
if
leave
we
that.
leave it and don't need it,
yeah, like,
to buy that mini, combine some of that with the ARPA,
Yeah. After we find out.
right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
we, once we're up and running and.
yeah, we could probably pull some of that from system repairs for the, like, yeah. If we take some of the system repairs towards the mini X with the ARPA, because we would be using the mini X for system
Mhm.
repairs,
yeah.
that would cover it. Yep. Vehicle repairs, I know that we are getting one new one, so. Thoughts,
Drop it a
Justin?
little bit maybe, or.
Yeah, we didn't use much last time, so 1,000,
1,000.
okay. And equipment rental. What kind of equipment would we rent other than a mini X?
Looks like we rented something in November from United Rentals.
Man lift,
November
In
from
November.
United Rentals.
did you guys rent a man lift or a bucket lift?
Was it for like
Yeah.
Christmas lights or something?
Mm-mm, no, they didn't do that this year.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, hanging the,
Our
you guys
jackets.
did that big lift for, yeah,
But that wouldn't be under sewer
No,
though,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think that's.
that'd probably be under streets.
Yeah,
Oh, I forget what under sewer.
Could have been fixing that thing in the street, in the highway.
oh, I know what it was. So Joe and I rented great big industrial heaters from
Oh,
Han.
that's right.
So we could dry the sludge beds.
Oh,
We
right,
only had 2 instead of 4, and so we were trying to dry the sludge beds.
Hmm.
So we
I remember now.
So maybe cut it to 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys upped it last year because we were anticipating doing something like that, like we didn't know what we were gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Office supplies, we don't know what the office is gonna have. So I think we should probably find to leave that at 500. Like what kind of extra things we might need. Treatment supplies. 12.5.
So, seems high.
supplies for that UV.
I don't know what I'm gonna need.
Right.
Yeah, cause is the UV, like we have to replace those bulbs, right?
Yeah, the bulbs, we won't be buying chlorine, which would be amazing. I'll probably still have to buy lift station degreaser, which is $4,500 a barrel.
How many barrels do you go?
I've been so conservative with it, but I think I went through 2 last year. Cause I kind of got. I couldn't
One
split
and a half, yeah.
split it between the budgets, but we'll see. I may not have to buy it now that we have a screen system going in, but then again, I don't know.
So maybe leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might leave that one just.
And then the computer, I'm assuming is computer doctors. And we don't know what the SCADA system is gonna entail for. Like, is that something the computer doctors is gonna upkeep or does the state upkeep it?
Keller's writing the program, the software for it, and I think they'll provide the equipment too. They'll buy the monitors and connect it all in. So I'm not sure computer doctors will have anything to do with the computer system.
Cause it looks like we're
Maintain it.
$600 almost, well, 515 over.
So it's computer doctors and Cassell, so same like last category. Those all get split between.
And I wonder if eventually when we put the cameras in,
Right.
we're gonna need to have some money for the cameras, and those were,
12.
is it 12 total?
I was gonna say
I
12,
think it's 12.
15, somewhere
Yeah.
right in there.
But that was for both facilities, right?
That was here and water plant.
Yeah. So I would imagine probably 5 or 6 for cameras. And then we're gonna need internet.
So I think internet comes out of phone.
Okay. So we'll just need the money for the cameras.
So 10,000? If you think 5,000 for cameras and then the Cassell and
Yeah. That would be my thought, at least until we get, because we
Till we
can
know.
drop it down once
And-
next year, once we get the cameras.
and there might be more expenses with the new system. We're not sure what
Yeah.
that entails.
Everybody good with 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is part of the grant money that we have.
I think
All of
that's
the-
just the same.
Yep, all of the next stuff. So we're down to testing.
Not sure how I'm over, but
Do we anticipate, are we gonna have to test more next year? Or the same, different kind of tests?
I think it'll be the same, but our permit will tell us it is still valid next year, so it will be the same amount of testing as this year.
So we're probably gonna wanna at least maybe 45.
Yeah.
I haven't done any extra testing at the wastewater plant, so those numbers are real, as far as I know. I haven't done anything extra.
It always could be, I mean, it's always tough with those Anatech ones,
Mm-hmm.
with coding where they go.
Yeah.
I've been trying to ask you,
No, you've been.
but I'm
good.
sure there's probably some months where I'm just trying to look back and see. So there could be some miscoding for sure.
Okay, so new hookup expense. Doesn't look like we've really had any, but it wouldn't hurt to have some in there just in case, like 1,000.
Yeah.
Same with restock.
Yep.
Sludge disposal, so I know that we've had to haul it, we're still gonna have to haul it. But I know that one time we had to have a roll-off box. So what do they do they charge us to, and how much is it, do we know?
It's, it was like $280. I think we did 2 loads. But I mean, in this budget cycle, but I'm building up a lot down there now. So Joe and I are gonna have to haul more.
So I'm wondering with the new system where it presses the water and stuff out, do you think it's gonna weigh the same,
I think it'll actually be wetter.
wetter? So do you think we need to increase sludge
I'm
disposal?
not sure if you need to increase at the moment, but I think it'll be okay. I think let's stay at 2,500 and see,
Okay,
because our sludge now is too dry. It's like paper, but the new sludge will be like coffee grinds. So it will actually have moisture in it when it goes in the trailer and gets hauled down.
okay.
So
So I think the last item was equipment fuel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you want to leave it? Do we want to increase it a little bit?
I would leave it.
Yeah, I'd leave
Maybe
it.
we'll
Okay.
just get in under this thing.
Okay, sewer upgrades and then safety equipment.
And sewer upgrade. It should all be brand new.
We need sewer upgrade.
Yeah, I would say maybe 1,000 or 500.
Or what would we use it for though?
Well, we just don't know.
If there's something,
I
what
think
would-
that's in there if we want to extend sewer to, down to Rush Lanes.
oh,
I think if we want to, if a subdivision comes in, then we have to buy a pipe.
gotcha.
I think that's what that's for.
Okay,
It's
that
just
makes sense.
budgeted. So we don't have
Gotcha.
to open the budget, if we can do it for 5,000 or less, but if there's nobody adding anything, then we just,
Right,
Mhm. Gotcha.
and do we anticipate?
well, from the planning and zoning side, I haven't seen anything come through of anybody wanting to build anything anywhere, but.
We've had a lot of increases. Be nice to have some decreases.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it might be worth it risking having to open the budget if something comes up.
2,500.
Yeah, gotta have at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I think too.
and then I think we took, capital outlay away, so.
What safety equipment? Do you need any?
I have
this?
used that
Goggles.
recently, so our shirts, our new shirts, and then Nathan, want to get him some safety glasses, and we got him shirts too, so.
I would
I
think
think 1,000 is
1,000.
fine, I won't go over that for sure.
Okay, sanitation, where I don't think we really. uh, I think the collection expenses is, what the county charges us, right?
Yeah, so, Latah County Solid Waste and City of Moscow.
For tipping fees. Right?
For what?
Tipping fees.
I don't know what that means.
Garbage.
So when the garbage trucks dump at the landfill, City of Moscow owns the landfill, owns the transfer station. So
Oh,
the county pays them tipping fees to take our trash, is what they call that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what that is. And the problem with this part of the budget is the county does theirs the same time, has the same fiscal year as us. So we usually don't find out till after we've done our budget that they're going to increase fees. One of us can reach out to Amanda and see if she plans on increasing fees. Okay, so before we start over again, I want to have Joe take the podium for a second.
Uh-oh.
So we'd asked for different ideas, Justin got some stuff on the mini X, some of the wants and the potential things, and Joe had a very great idea that I feel he should put forth to council to think about.
I don't have copies.
All I have is my original, so as long as I can get it back. We were clearing some area down by the grain bin. And it's a task that we have to do on occasion, go down there. The weeds get about this tall, it becomes an extreme fire risk and everything. It is not the easiest to mow because of rocks and debris scattered around in there. But while we were down there, we were looking it over and I made the comment to him that we should really consider an RV park. It's something that could resolve a lot of past issues, current issues, and future problems in the town. I went over and talked to City Hall in Kendrick. They said that they've already expanded theirs once and they're planning on expanding it yet again. They didn't give me any numbers, but they did say that they generate a decent amount of revenue, especially during peak fishing season and hunting season with the tourists coming through. They recommended that I reach out to Genesee because apparently Genesee has been doing this for quite some time and they have refined a process for screening rentals and setting up contracts for like a nightly rental, a weekend rental by the week, or a month, but not to exceed 6 months. Like I said, that's just a sketch. I made the mistake of downloading that image off of Google, and Google said in the bottom corner, it gives a little bar that says that it's 20 feet. And if you go by that, it says the grain tower is 25 by 25. And everybody knows that it is way bigger than that.
Yeah.
I went down there. There are two walnut trees that are about halfway down that strip of land that borders the bike path. There's also a power pole there with an LED light fixture on it. From that light pole towards the tower, we could go roughly 155, 160 feet without interfering with the driveway in the grain tower. The furthest back, we can go about 65 feet back towards the fence and then clear down by the maple trees where there's the old concrete wall still in the ground. If we didn't have that removed, we could go as much as 45 to 47 feet back from the road. That's just a rough sketch to get some ideas for potential RV spots. I base that on a small space being a 15 by 30 spot for your mid-sized trucks and SUVs that are pulling like a pop-up trailer or a teardrop trailer. The medium size is a 20 by 40, and that's what they recommend for most your standard pickups and full-size campers. And then 1 to 2 spaces that are either 20 or 25 feet wide by 60 feet deep. And that's for if someone comes in on the weekend for the holidays and they've got a diesel pusher RV. I've been trying to get a hold of some contractors. I've already spoke with 2 of them. I'm waiting for them to get back with me to give me some rough estimates on pricing on what it would actually take to put something like this in. I have another one that's going to be coming down sometime in the next day or two. They actually worked on the RV parks up in Genesee, and they already have a really good idea of basically what needs to go in and what needs to happen. As you heard mentioned before, I'm meeting with Matt in the morning. There is a transformer right across the intersection. Don't know what the capabilities of that transformer are. Matt's going to fill me that in on that and what it would take to jump power across the street into that location and set up a second pole with a light on it and be able to tap in to be able to run utilities to each of the possible RV spots.
So I asked Joe to bring this up so that we can think about if we want to budget for it. Something that I thought that we better also check on is that being in a floodplain, is there any restriction on adding sewer to those sites? Or
There's already sewer down there.
so are we okay to just tap on?
Um,
I mean, I think it's worth exploring. I just want to make sure we explore all of our options if it's something that we want to move forward with to budget for to eventually generate revenue. But yeah,
According to our maps, there's a, what was it, an 8-inch sewer line.
The main is the
Yeah.
10-inch main, it runs right through there.
It runs
Um,
right down that whole section there.
So connecting to the sewer line, it would be super easy. I say that super easy, but it's really deep. But there may have to be some fill, like the floodplain issue could maybe be solved by dumping some fill there to raise that spot up just a little bit. There is water down there. There's a fire hydrant on the corner, so there is plenty of water. But yeah, so.
so by July, hopefully you'll have some better numbers for us. Yeah.
You might
And my whole thought was that this is a decent section of land that the city already owns. And all we do is go down there and brush control to keep the fire hazard down, and that's it. Other than the fact that the bike trail is right on the backside of it. So
Well, and I mean, this is definitely like long steps away because we want to make sure we go through public hearings, planning and zoning, but for budgetary purposes, if we're considering it, might be something to look at putting into the budget. And then if we decide to jump through those, get all that stuff taken care of or not, but just something to think about.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea because I know that like for us, we've had family come to visit that have brought their trailers, their RVs. There's no place to put them here, so they have to park. They weren't even able to get into Kendrick. They ended up staying at the casino. And it'd be nice to have something in Julietta where if you have family coming through that want to just park it for 3 days, visit, and then move on doing their rounds of the Northwest, it would be really nice. And I think it would be a good draw for the community.
If we were to do this, we'd make sure to get like who gets in there, and talk to other cities about, the tenants. Because
I've heard the pros and the cons and.
Well, I'm
all
just saying,
that.
you're gonna have one resident in particular not liking that a lot, and we're gonna hear about it.
Yeah. And then,
That's why.
but that's why one of the reasons you wanted to go with you wanted to talk to Genesee, right? Because they've kind of revised this and they've made like a good blueprint.
Theirs is.
And there's his map.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They've
See,
actually,
I wish we could do
Nice read.
right that section where the semi goes to turn because it's not right directly across from the residence. And it's kind of tucked in a corner. It gives us more space.
I wish we had more space down by the ballpark, because that way that'd be an ideal, no hill,
Yeah.
but we don't own it.
There's no
That's not,
sewer down there either.
but we don't own it, so it's.
the only other benefit to it is that, or at least for anybody renting that location, is that it is down at the bottom of town, but it's centralized. So if they want to walk up to the steakhouse, the pizza joint, the bar, they can right down the street to City Hall and the post office. They're in a more centralized location that they can actually just easily walk to most any.
Well, and some people, when they take their families, they have bicycles and stuff. They can take the bike path, hop on the bike path, go to Kendrick and go to those businesses there also. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
I would just say meet with planning and zoning sooner than, like.
Well,
I love
I
that
feel
idea.
that we need to figure out if we're gonna budget for it before we go through the planning and zoning stage. So that's why I think if you can get some ideas for us, then we can say if we're willing to spend the money or not. Because if we're not willing to spend the money, then there's no sense going through planning and zoning. And this wouldn't be like our our fiscal year starts in October, so we're not even looking at breaking ground till next spring maybe. So we have plenty of time to do all that kind of stuff. We just want to figure out like a cost and if it's, because it is going to be more revenue for us, more revenue in ways like this, especially once the cost is recouped, then that's other areas that we don't have to increase because we'll have supplemental revenue.
Well, and I think that we we need to start looking at more amenities in the town to bring in more revenue. I think that we've kind of went a little stagnant, and that's one of the reasons like Kendrick does so well and other small towns do so well, because they continue to look at opportunities like this. And I think that this is something we definitely should be looking at. Just to help the community, because we need to make this community more enjoyable for the future and not just for us. And it's kind of our job as the stewards of the future to lay that groundwork for them and not just say, you figure it out.
Well, with the potential of hosting state baseball, that would probably bring in a few people staying.
Yep, absolutely.
And like I said, Kendrick told me that their biggest peak time is during hunting and fishing season. They have people stay there year round. They actually have, one of the guys that's working on the sewer plant right now has actually been staying over in Kendrick this entire time. He brought his Jeep and his trailer down and he's been staying there. They did say they've had problems in the past, but they're still refining things on. They originally were doing like 1 year leases on some of the sites, and then they had people that just flat refused to move out. And so they had issues with it, and they've reduced down to 6 months maximum, but it has to be approved by the city on whether or not they're going to allow it. And for the guy that's working the construction crew, they basically tell him, you're good for 6 months. At the end of it, just reapply and we'll just go ahead and approve it because we know you have a very steady job. You're staying here. You're only leaving on the weekends to go back and see your family. So
Another idea of to put one of these places is over by the water treatment plant. I don't know if we want that next to the highway, but that's another place you could put it.
in the park area.
Replace the park, basically. You make it nice, because again, Genesee's got a really nice one.
Oh, yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
park-like,
Yeah, it's very
but
nice.
that'd be another idea.
How many spots do you think you could fit there?
Over by the water plant, I'd have to take measurements and figure that out.
Maybe we should look at both options. I mean, because it's possible that we might settle on one option now, but
Maybe in the
5,
future.
10 years, and we might want to do a second one because it's proven to be such a good asset for the city.
The city owns that giant spot down by the Bulky Way side where the semis park, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also overflow parking for the park.
Yeah, that's the bad thing there.
Yeah.
That'd be the most ideal spot, especially it's right next to the sewer treatment plant, but.
But if you wanna
But
have
if you want
state, you
baseball.
want
Yeah.
baseball coming, if you wanna increase that, you gotta have increased parking.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think putting one there would be a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else with it? Anything else on your wish list, Joe?
Yeah. That was just fun.
Justin, anything else on your wish list?
We need to add a line item for planning and zoning and give them a budget.
No?
Okay.
So it can only just even be $250, but that way, we're gonna use the PO system like we do with the city now, like I do with the city now. Planning and zoning is gonna use the PO system, so when we publish in the newspaper, we just charge it to the city and write a PO, and that comes out of our planning and zoning budget. I think our total budget was 500, but 250 of that was from Kendrick before. So it's up to you guys how much you want to put in. I don't know, but we'll just need to be able to have hearings and publish.
So maybe 500 if we're looking at getting some ordinances updated and stuff.
Administrative.
Mm-hmm.
I did spend $70 on new binders out of the city budget, office supplies to get the new members, new binders and stuff and dividers. So, but that's why we want a budget too. So.
So we're gonna add a line item for P and Z with 500. It'll go under administrative. Okay. Do we want to look at July for our next meeting?
With P and Z, you said 500?
Yeah.
Justin, what about like publication costs?
That's what,
It's also included in the 500.
yeah, how much do you think we should have? I don't know how much publication costs are now, but
Well, and I think it kind of depends on how much we plan on sending to P and Z.
yeah. I was telling them that I think it was, our budget was 500 before, but that was 250 from Kendrick, 250 from Juliaetta. So
Because everything has to have a public hearing, is that right?
not everything, no.
Not everything has one, okay. I was just gonna take a peek at what we've paid the tribute.
When do we want the budget done?
So
August?
the
Before it?
budget has to be posted in the paper 2 weeks before August 11th. So we have to have it posted twice before the public hearing, and our public hearing is at the August meeting of August 11th. So I would think
Do you want to do one the 7th or the
Sooner.
20th?
sooner rather than later, just in case we have to have another one. I would prefer not the 7th. I know that Tuesdays are,
I mean, it doesn't have to
Difficult
be
for Rick.
Tuesday, but do you want to do it the week before the meeting, just in case?
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather we do it the weeks, one day of the week of the 6th. That way, if
Right,
something were to
because in case
happen,
we're
we
running
can
out
go
of
back
time.
to like the 20th.
Like we did last year?
The
Yeah,
8th or the 9th, maybe?
yeah,
I'm okay with either one of those.
Don't we have to publish our proposed budget?
yes, we do by
So that would have to happen like when we start
2 weeks before the,
publishing
the
notice.
well, so we have to publish it 2 weeks before our public hearing on the 11th, right? 'Cause it has to be posted in the paper, our proposed budget twice.
So it has to be by the 28th of July, right?
And then they need 3 days before that, so we would be
So
looking
we
at,
need to have it done by this.
we'd have to have it probably done by the 21st at the absolute latest.
I think what happened last time,
So
we
what,
had a meeting, but she didn't have enough time to put in the numbers.
Right, so I would
So,
say,
If we did the
If
8th
we
and
did it the
9th,
8th, and then that gives
we could
us
have,
a week.
we have a week to get it put together and also maybe a week in case we had to have an
Another
emergency.
yeah, because we could call
That's what
another
I
meeting.
anticipated
like the
meeting.
20th?
Well, I could call another meeting on the 14th if we had to, for even later that week.
Right.
Yeah,
To be a big.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 8th
Yeah.
or the 9th?
I'm good
Either?
with.
Either one's good for me,
Just check
Julie.
my
Nobody
phone.
else.
Somebody verified that I put it in the calendar right this time. Don't show up early.
I'm just not gonna be here.
So Idaho code says that the city must publish a proposed budget notice twice, at least 7 days apart in the official local newspaper. This notice must include revenues and expenses for the current year compared against the 2 previous fiscal years. So yeah, we do have to have like a proposed budget ready to go when we start publishing.
So I'm good with the 8th or the 9th.
I would prefer the 8th, just, it's Thursdays, I have an appointment.
Say it worked,
8th works.
time, say it worked with you. We're gonna be paying,
July.
yeah.
8th. Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
The 6th.
6.
What day of the week is the 8th?
Wednesday.
Sorry, behind here.
It's all good,
And the 6 PM works?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 8.
6:30 works better. What about 6:15? Can we split it?
That's fine.
Yeah.
6:15, I mean.
I mean, I can do 6:30 if it works better.
6:30 is easy because I get off at 5:30 in Lewiston. So it's a rush.
So what, the 8th or the 9th?
The 8th,
The 8th, okay. Yeah.
6:30?
6:30,
Yep, that's fine with me.
okay.
That works.
I hope that the next one goes, like, we're just gonna be kind of going back over a
Go back
couple
through.
things, just, we do have to think about salaries, so
Salaries.
salaries, we're gonna have to take care of it that one.
Like
And
medical insurance, like the things.
Yeah, the medical
Yeah.
insurance, we need to reach out to our provider to see if it's gonna go up, because we just,
It should go up. Mine went up 18%.
yeah, so let's reach out to, who is it,
Blue Cross.
okay. let's see what they're anticipating for
Increases.
increases.
And then, sorry, just some of the notes I had for park. The metal roof, we need to discuss the bathroom at the park fertilizer and the river stabilization.
So my thought on some of the high, like the river stabilization thing, I feel like before we spend that much money, we need to have our audits so we know where we're actually at.
I'm with the,
But
that.
as far as like
Yeah.
having I think an estimate or something on the metal roof, was that?
We can do an estimate later.
Because didn't we
gazebo?
have money left
Is that what
this
that
year
was
for roof?
Yeah, we,
Yeah, so if we have money left this year for, because I know that we were supposed to do that.
Right,
If we have money left and it's within that amount, just get it done.
right.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
And this was
remember
for
what the fertilization,
I got lost.
fertilizer.
The metal roof
The gazebo.
for
For
the
the
gazebo.
gazebo. Were we doing something with the concession stand?
When
We've talked about
it,
concession stands and
Closing it, starting over.
but
I
then-
would love that.
That was,
I want to
That
play
was
on the
kind
mini
of
X and knock it out of its,
I'll come down there.
For
Yeah.
me, that was kind of a, let's see what the audit looks like,
Yeah.
and then come up with
Yeah.
a plan for down there.
right, I think that
Yeah,
was
I
also
agree.
the idea with the bathroom.
yeah, I
Having more of
think,
a
The
plan,
bathroom,
but
maybe
having
all of
it,
it even, figure it
Figure it
all
out.
together so that we have a cohesive
Right.
mhm.
plan.
Yeah.
Even if we
Including
only
the
do it in
stabilization,
stages at
yeah.
least.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not next year, but having a plan.
I think with the metal roof, if there's enough money in this year's budget, we could probably do that. But
Yeah.
let's look and get a quote on what it would be to do a metal roof on
Okay,
there.
I think my only hesitation was Joe sounded confident that him and I could do it ourselves, so.
Right, no.
But I don't think, I mean, I think having it done professionally would be better, so.
You guys are busy doing
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
You guys aren't roofers, just get somebody else to pay for it.
Yes.
Just get somebody else
Yeah,
to do it.
that's
That
just-
way we don't have to pay workers' comp when you fall off the roof.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I've
Thank you
fallen
for
off the roof, it hurts.
saying that.
Yeah.
It's always- And
Also-
then,
Fire department will do it for 25,000.
and then I have a note here for Cliff. I think you were supposed to be checking on
Radios,
radios.
I haven't heard nothing back
Another,
yet.
oh, what
He's
was the
hard to get a
discussion?
hold
last
of.
So the budget, he still has the 60 in there
night? Mhm.
for another truck or
I'm working
whatever.
on that. This close.
Okay, so I had asked him,
Budget's over by October.
I'd asked him to, come up with some numbers and approach the council. So if he has that, he'll approach us in July.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of Rathman, but man, that's kind of hard.
Do we need another
You're-
truck?
You're on notice.
Yeah.
You have a couple weeks.
So
Yeah.
the thought with the other truck was, there's another one that showed up in Lewiston. I saw pictures of it. And it's not red, but whatever.
Why?
It's white. But the thought would be to trade our two older trucks off towards it,
That's
and then
what
we
we're
would,
working on right now.
and then we would have
They're
two, because we always like to have two, and then we would still have two, but we would have two newer trucks.
You
Yeah.
can put an orange stripe.
Two up
White.
within, then
No, it's got red and blue
21st
stripes on it
Oh.
already.
Yeah, both of our trucks are 1980 models.
Yeah, so the,
Worth
right,
much.
the white one, I mean, our other option is with the red one, we surplus it. So if we can find a way to trade
Do
them,
we have to surplus it or or the fire department sell it outright?
that's something we'd have to find out.
Well, I don't know, look into it.
But,
Well, that's
talk
a
about
legal
it.
thing.
what is the, what year is that white one?
And it's also 2004.
So it'd be at least in,
It'd be in the 21st century.
yeah. Yeah, I saw they polished it the other day. Kendrick's getting another one? Oh. Sorry.
Ouch.
Also, I just wanna thank Nick.
My bad.
For dealing with the fence issue. The contractor will be on site for the 21st to fix the fences.
Nice.
I offered.
Todd made a nice phone call, I believe, and,
Isn't that amazing how that works?
Right.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I do wanna say thank you because I was getting so stressed out about that. I promised the baseball team, oh, we got the contractor, it's gonna be fixed, and then all
Now, we
season.
did have the contractor.
And all
Yeah.
season, they had to play with a crummy fence, so I apologize, but thank you for getting that fixed.
okay, do you want to start over, or do you want to just adjourn? Because I know we only We're anticipating 2 hours, so we want 14 minutes of our life back. Or do we want to
I
start?
would move to adjourn.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Motion passes. Thanks, everybody.